always been intrigued with 2-in-1 laptops. We've reviewed a few here at the Sypnotix, but it wasn't until the Yoga 9i came into my hands that I recognized how much potential there is for a device in this space. The Yoga 9i 14 Gen 8 is packed with a ton of features, giving it a ton of potential for various use cases. I'm Lida. Thank you so much to Lenovo for sending us a review unit of the Yoga 9i 14 Gen 8. All thoughts and opinions are our own. Let's take a closer look. The first word that came to mind as I opened the Yoga 9i 14 is refined. This is no surprise considering this is Lenovo's 8th generation attempt at this device, giving the brand ample time to improve on the imperfections while also trying out new features. The 9i comes in two colors, Storm Gray and Oatmeal. I'm reviewing the Storm Gray variant and I love how polished and matte the color is. It's smooth to touch and feels incredibly sturdy in the hands. The polished aluminum sides give it a premium feel, and you can tell that there was a lot of thought put into its design. Given it's bigger and thicker than a tablet, I was skeptical how it would be folding this device back and forth into its tablet mode. But it's surprisingly easy and seamless, most likely due to its simple yet sturdy hinge. A 2-in-1 is only as good as its supporting hinge, and Lenovo does a terrific job at providing the right amount of resistance and pressure to make the transition feel good. In terms of ports, it's decent enough for what you need for a portable device. There's enough here to handle most computing tasks. The power button on the 9i sits along the right-hand side of the device, and I originally had no idea this was a power button. You can obviously tell that I've been on a clamshell laptop for a good chunk of the year. This year's Yoga 9i we're reviewing features a 13th gen Intel i7 with Iris Xe graphics. It has 16 gigabytes of memory and offers two storage options ranging from 512 gigabytes to 1 terabyte of SSD. It runs Windows 11. The version we're reviewing here is the 1 terabyte storage option. I can see this laptop being used for people in a professional setting, especially those who may use design-related programs like Photoshop or Illustrator. When paired with the clean design and added stylus pen, it's a great device for those who work in UX/UI or design on the go. This actually does have enough power behind it to be supportive of professional needs in some applications. I mostly use this device for browsing and watching videos in my review period, but I have no doubt that it would be able to handle some light gaming too without throttling. It's impossible to talk about the Yoga 9i without mentioning its fantastic display. By far, this was the selling feature that blew me away the most in this review. The Yoga 9i has a 16:10 OLED display that's touchscreen and has Dolby Vision. When I first got this laptop, I nonchalantly launched Netflix on it without really reading the spec sheet and recognized right away that there was something impressive about this display. Colors were vibrant, saturated evenly to the eyes, and immensely sharp around the edges. Viewing angles are fantastic, and whether you're watching something in tablet mode or laptop mode, you will feel immersed with the content on this device. There's two options for the Yoga 9i display, both 14-inch with the option for 4K OLED or 2.8K OLED. My review unit was the 4K version at 3840 by 2400p. That's not all, as Lenovo took it to an extra level with Dolby Atmos and Bowers & Balken's rotating soundbar too. The soundbar itself is conveniently located at the hinge of the device, working effortlessly in both positions. This is ingenious, as you'll enjoy front-facing audio whether you're in laptop mode or flipped as a tablet. The audio is clear and crisp, and there's the perfect level of rounded bass for content viewing. This may very well be my favorite entertainment device yet. The Yoga 9i has a traditional Lenovo typing experience. If you've used a Lenovo laptop in recent years in this range, it's honestly more of the same. That means that the typing mechanism is relatively shallow for keystrokes upon input. I found myself being able to average about the same typing rhythm and speed as I do on my mechanical keyboards. That's pretty solid. There's nothing particularly outstanding about the keyboard, but I do appreciate how well spaced the keys are between the fingerprint scanner and the one-click function keys that make it easier to change certain settings, like swapping between audio profiles and color modes. The buttonless glass touchpad is a comfortable size and responsive for all forms of computing. The trackpad also has a good amount of real estate to use multiple fingers for gestures. Transitioning over to a webcam, this was a terribly average webcam. The Yoga 9i has a full HD 1080p plus IR hybrid webcam, which by numbers only should be a good thing. 1080p is better than 720p, but for my limited webcam sessions with it, it's not much noticeably better than I hoped for. Like a lot of laptop webcams still, the camera seems more like a mandatory compliance than a standout feature. A tablet-style viewing device may benefit from having superior conferencing cameras like that on a smartphone. As I mentioned earlier, the Yoga 9i feels like a premium device in a few regards. Not just because it comes with its own laptop case that looks high-end, but also because of the included precision pen too. The stylus is sleek with a clean finish and feels a lot like a traditional pencil. It is a bit weighty, which adds to the premium allure and feels great in the hand. There's no storage in the laptop for the pen, but there is a hook in the laptop case for it when you're heading outside to the real world. While using tablet mode on 2-in-1s is usually a hit or miss for me, the Yoga 9i was the first laptop I was able to actually see myself potentially using it this often in this form. The 9i is the correct size to comfortably transform into a holding screen. It isn't heavy for prolonged binging of media content while folded. Combine that with a solid performing first-party stylus, and you have a winner. As a product manager, I found myself giving feedback on mock-ups and designs easily thanks to the stylus and tablet form. The biggest downfall I can point to the Yoga 9i is in its battery life. Lenovo advertises a 75 watt-hour battery with rapid charge boost that should be sufficient to power it through a day. I definitely believe that there is room for improvement here. This device is really meant for a combination of work and play. I felt like I was constantly charging this laptop after a few hours of YouTube or Netflix. And sure, it charges pretty quickly, but it also takes away from all the strengths that this device really stands for, making it less portable than one would hope. Being tethered to a charging brick is better suited in a clamshell laptop form factor and not in your hand as a tablet. I found myself caught backwards as the battery would be in good health during the workday in laptop form, but in need of charging when I got off work ready to binge content. As long as you're carrying the charging cable with you and figure out your charging schedule, you should be fine. Starting at about $1,100 in price, the Yoga 9i has a solid rating in my book. Almost everything about it is refined, polished, and intuitive for someone on the go who would benefit from a 2-in-1 form factor. The thoughtful design and everything from the laptop carrying case to the overall build quality contribute to the premium look and feel of the Yoga 9i. Other than a subpar battery and an average webcam, I'm impressed with the 9i and all it has to offer me for both work and play. What do you think of the Lenovo Yoga 9i? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Lida from the Sypnotix, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Well, look at that. You made it to the end of the video. Be sure to subscribe, follow us at all our social media links, and also definitely check out our website, sypnotix.com. You won't regret it.